What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to 10 Minute Mailbag. I have a question for you. It's a question we will answer as a team, but I have a question for you. Which legends does SDS seemingly forget about every single year? Let's go talk about it. Actually, before we answer that question, hello. I feel like I should introduce myself. My name is Kenny, aka kdjTV. If you are new here, welcome. Join the community. Hit that sub button. Every single Monday in the 10-minute mailbag, we answer MLB The Show 23 questions. It could be about anything you want. As long as it's about MLB The Show, you can put it in the comments down below and have the chance to get it read next week. We got some heat. We got some bangers. I hope you all enjoyed your Thanksgiving. Hopefully you were also off the day after. Maybe got some Black Friday shopping in. Time to rest. But now it's back to the grind, and it's back to the MLB The Show questions. As per usual, 10 minutes are on the clock. And when I say go, that shit's going to start ticking. And then it's time to answer some questions. So in 3, 2, 1, begin. So the first question, I remember reading it, but then I couldn't find it. So I apologize, I don't remember who it's from. But the question was essentially, how is the PlayStation Portal for offline gameplay? Let me tell you guys, it's terrible for online gameplay. I tried, here's the Portal, by the way. I own it. It's super cool, actually. I love this little thing. It's super, super cool for games that aren't online. Anything that requires connection and then amplified with Wi-Fi, because that's a Wi-Fi device and remote play, terrible. It's like Legend plus, 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 plus. The lag is insane. It's bad. The question was, how is it offline? It's better, but like better doesn't mean great. I think if you were really, in a certain niche situation and you wanted to grind a conquest out, go for it. A showdown is going to be near impossible, even though it's slower, a veteran or rookie. Conquest, there's very low stakes, right? Showdown, there's kind of stakes because there's certain outs you have to do things by. So low stakes things like Conquest, if you're trying to grind PXP against the CPU at Shield Woods, it's probably fine. Don't play online, though. So I'm sorry I couldn't find that question, but I wanted to get that out of the way. The real question here, which I teased at the top, from Matthew. Which legend do you feel is consistently forgotten by SDS? Example, we all think Willie Mays has been overlooked since 2019. I agree. And the reason we're on Don Mattingly's page right here, I'm a disgusting, dirty Yankee homer. However, real ones know that Don Mattingly has an elite swing. I say it sometimes, and I don't know if people understand what I mean when I say it, but it feels like his barrel is just bigger than other people's. Do you know what that means? Do you understand? Like, I know it's not true, it just feels that way. It feels like you're always hitting the sweet spot of the bat on the ball. So, Don Mattingly is criminally under-attributed, I don't even know if that's a word, just about every year he comes out. This is probably one of the best cards he's ever gotten, and I'm happy, but it's still borderline unusable, kind of. It actually might be fun to give a try, now that I'm saying that, but he had a season in which he hit like 8 Grand Slams or something like. He has some sort of crazy milestone in which if you gave him a milestone card of that, the card would be nuts. So Don Mattingly is 100% somebody I think gets underappreciated or forgotten about. This is a little bit less so and a little bit of a hot take, but I feel like it's been a few years since we've gotten a cracked out Lou Gehrig card. Maybe they tried to scale back Lou Gehrig because everyone used him that one time he came out. But this is the best Lou Gehrig card we have this year. What the hell is this? This card stinks. This card stinks. So, that'd be nice. I wrote down a few others. You mentioned Willie Mays. I agree. Willie McCovey is another guy that I think could have better cards. Jeff Bagwell, like, I understand his swing is horseshit, but like Jeff Bagwell, if you gave him a cracked enough card and fixed his swing a little bit, maybe we're having some fun here. It's been 3 years since we had a crazy good Ryan Sandberg. I think the last good one we had was from the XP Reward Path. The one that we got in the in set 2 was alright, but I feel like a cool Ryan Sandberg could be fun. Joe Morgan. Give me a crazy good Joe Morgan. His swing is actually really, really good, other than the fact that he humps the plate. Prince Fielder, forgotten about a little bit this year. Dave Parker. His home run derby card from set 1 was really cool. Give me another juicy-goosey one. Give me a retro finest Dave Parker. We'll slap with them. Jim Edmonds this year. Jim Edmonds also has a very good swing. He got a set 1 gold glove card. Where the hell is Jim Edmonds? Stop giving me Kyle Schwarber. And Juan Marichal. with the right mix and the right attributes, he could be kind of filthy nasty. He's got some fun stuff to play with. So those are just some guys off the top of the dome, and guys I had to sift through my inventory a little bit to get ideas for. But those are my answers of people who are overlooked. You guys let me know what you think. Put in the comments down below. And don't forget to put your questions down there as well. Owen likes to ask. Hi, Owen. I have a question for everyone. Do you like how every card will be eligible for set 6? Yes, I like that everything will be eligible. But also, yes, that I wish there was earlier all-card eligibility. Like set 3, like every other set or every third set or something. I feel like there should have been 2 all-sets eligible sets. There's really no other way to slice that. That's my answer. It makes all-time teams more feasible, more fun. That's beside the fact that if we talk about how to make all-time teams even better, if you use a full all-time team plus a captain for the team, you should be able to use it regardless what set it is, but that's a separate conversation. But yes, I like it. I just wish it happened a little earlier. Oh, and thank you. PRN Harlem, nice and short, baby. How's Ozzy? He's referring to Ozzy Albies. So I have since taken Ozzy Albies out of my lineup. We're using Gleyber Torres now. Very small sample size. We're 5 for 10. All singles, I think. Yeah, he's been a slappy boy. We're working on it, but I have a lot of lefties in my lineup, so I need that balance. But back to the actual point. How's Ozzy? So I have him P3. And his attributes are disgusting. I'm hitting 453 with 18 homers, 31 RBI, basically a 1600 OPS. He either hits a homer or a single. He's got 3 doubles, no triples. So it's 18 homers out of 39 hits. Here's the thing with Ozzy Albies. You're either going to like his swing or you're not going to like his swing. The card is built beautifully. Excellent vision, max clutch, great fielding. He's got enough speed to get by. He is a little tiny defensively at second base, which hurts on dive plays. Not a huge deal. He's got a nice swing, but he's too friggin' tiny. It's the same reason people struggle with Altuve, sometimes Mookie, sometimes Jimmy Rollins. I was red effing hot with Ozzy Albies. I was hitting like over 550, close to 600, including ranked play. Because he also has the shift against him. So if you time his swing right, you could push some hits the opposite field. He's a switch hitter, so he always has a platoon matchup. Ozzy's a good card. Personally, I go through ebbs and flows with him. It was the same when he had that gold card in Battle Royale in the program rounds. I'd either scorching hot or ice friggin' cold. And I think it entirely has to do with my PCI placement. If I'm on a heater with my PCI, then I'm going to be great with Ozzy. If I'm not on a heater with my PCI, I'm going to suck with Ozzy. Right now, I'm sucking with Ozzy. He's on the bench. We're using Gleyber. A switch hitter would be great instead of just a righty, but that Gleyber card's actually pretty good. Ozzy is 100% worth collecting enough core cards to get him. It's entirely swing preference. You can't tell me there are many better built second basemen in the game. Like, this is easily like a top tier, top 5-ish primary second baseman. He might be the number 1 primary second baseman. There are a lot of secondary guys, Corey Seager, Trey Turner, Mookie Betts, etc., etc. Crazy good card, though, Harlem. If you could get him, I suggest you can. All right, 2.5 minutes left. And we got a daily double here. Very rarely do we get 2 questions from JMI Hendricks, basically Jimi Hendrix. We'll start with the first one. What do you think about pitcher stamina being their pitch count? For example, Bob Gibson has 125 stamina, so therefore he should be able to get to 125 pitches. That is literally verbatim what I have advocated for forever. And I've said this on videos before. And that's not me shitting on you. That's just me agreeing wholeheartedly. It makes no sense. 0 sense that we have a stamina bar, that goes to 125. Pitchers generally throw 100, well, maybe not nowadays, but back then, 125 pitches, then they got sleepy. Why don't we just make every single pitch equal 1 stamina? Now, I know in the real world, that's not really a 1-to-1 thing. Some pitches are certainly more stressful than others in terms of situation or arm stress or, you know, all the science, right? This is a video game. We don't need that much science here, especially for this. I don't know why stamina keeps getting bugged. This has been the worst year for stamina ever. That might be a strong statement. It's up there. You throw 4 pitches with a reliever in BR, and his arm is falling off. That's not okay. If he has stamina of 26, he should be able to throw 26 pitches until that's when it's empty. He can reach yellow at like 14. That's more acceptable. But this is bad. I agree with you 100%. Your second question. Do you think that the hitting engine should be based more on timing rather than PCI? Here's where I'm going to disagree with you. Respectfully. If it's just based off timing and not as much you have to have the PCI, but not as much PCI, you're going to get even more weird, fluky nonsense hits. I honestly think PCI plus timing is the correct way to do it. They have placed different emphases over the years on what is more important. I believe right now swing timing is actually more important, but the PCI still has to be a big factor. You have to put the bat on the ball. We already have foul ball issues, exacerbated by pitchers who can't fucking pitch past 80 pitches. It creates a whole host of problems. This is assuming we stay on essentially the same core hitting engine. If we change the entire hitting engine up entirely from scratch, maybe there's a way in which your idea works. But given the current structure of the way hitting works, I honestly think this year they've gotten the hitting right. I don't think hitting is much of a problem. Center field sucks, and there's some occasional fluke, but the hitting this year has largely been the best it's ever been, or at least the best in a really, really, really long time. So I'm going to have to disagree with you there, but I do like your pitching idea. That's going to do it, everybody, for this 10-minute mailbag. Again, happy Monday. Go crush this week. Content's starting to slow down on MLB, if not done altogether, so we're going to get creative with our video ideas, but rest assured, 10-minute mailbag goes nowhere. Continue to leave your questions down below. You can look towards the future. You can look towards the past. We can start talking about the past. We've never really done that before. Just ask me for some fun questions, and we'll keep recording this every single week. Thank you guys for being here, and for making it to the end. Love you all. See you next time.